Greetings, every people. This is your cult personality here. ToonKritic's the name, and Toon's the name of my game. Welcome back to. Are you serious?
You missed me?
Are you serious? Are you actually serious? Wow.
You has taught me well.
Whoa.
I love you both so much right about now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, hi. Welcome to Roundtable's Magic, the show where we look at aspects from the show in Season 6 and beyond. You already know me. So, yes, we're officially back with the new format. Golden Fox and Keyframe have been out of commission for about 2 episodes, but now Goldilocks here is back.
Hi, did you guys miss me?
I'm pretty sure they did. They'll never forget you now. And to point out, Keyframe is technically with us, but if you've been following on Twitter, she recently had to go to the hospital. There was a incident. Fox, do you want to elaborate on that?
Yes, unfortunately, she's come down with strep throat, pharyngitis, and some kind of ear infection. So right now, she has been medicated. She's doing what she can. Even though she is resting, she's already listed down a set of notes explaining her thoughts on the episode, so I'm going to read along with whenever it comes to my turn.
Alright. We also have Voice of Reason.
ETS, suck.
Isn't there football? Isn't there sports going on right now?
Yeah, it's opening weekend of football.
Well, there's a sport that I'd like to elaborate on at one point.
And we also have Lightning Bliss.
I love these guys. They're so funny.
Who has made this brand new background for us. Must say, this is probably the best one we've had yet. We all got personalized pones.
Oh, thank you. That was a good idea on your part.
It was, yeah. And our special guest star, we were going to have Aeon of Dreams, but as we were waiting for him, apparently he no-showed. So instead we have Train Level 476. You may know him if you're a longtime fan of me and Will Snyder. He's the elusive third member of the trio of craziness, but you may know him as Jasper Pie.
That's B.I. Finally, after years of trying, and by years I mean weeks, I finally hijacked myself into the stream as a replacement. Yay!
You may all.
Hey, Uncle Jasper, I'll give you a hug.
Don't touch me, I'm scared.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to feed you the tweak, I swear.
Fine.
Now, we're here to talk about today's episode, which is The Fault in Our Cutie Marks. But Fox here has wanted to quickly elaborate some of his thoughts since he's missed 2 episodes for Dungeons & Discord and Buckball Season. Go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. So for Dungeons & Discords, I really appreciate the humor. I can understand why people would prefer an entire episode that would show the real-life representation of Dungeons & Dragons, but it's about the characters and not the adventure. So, just to leave it at this, it's fun to have Discord back, and his humor will always live in our hearts. He's an amazing character to me. Also, it further shows that the 17 curse is broken.
Huzzah!
Yeah. I'll have that elaborated in a future video at some time with me and Bliss, so keep that in mind. So, the next one is Buckball Season. And yeah, Buckball Season, and I definitely like the direction it was going for. I actually admired the fact that, okay, I did not like Snips and Snails, but in this episode, they made Snails a badass. Like, he could just, like, catch everything with no effort at all. Unfortunately, after they spend so much effort focusing on Snails, they then focus back to Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy's characters, and it just seems like they just put them in the shadows. It almost felt a little fruitless and unfocused. I think it would have been nice had they had focused on Snails and then putting pressure on him because they wanted him as a part of the team. I think it would have fit a little more naturally, personally. But as is, I still really enjoyed the episode. So yeah, enough about that. Let's get on with the current episode with the Crazy Griffin.
Yes.
Yes.
Hashtag best Griffin. Hashtag Gabay. As I saw one person put down like Gabay, I'm like, are you serious? Yeah. The word "bay" is just being like thrown around this season with like any new character that shows up. So, let's get today's episode started off with voice.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, excuse me about my voice. I had a wedding this past weekend. It was amazing. So, the thing I liked about this episode is actually something that the episode didn't do, and that was pull something out of its ass. Now, when I saw the premise for the episode, the first thing that came to mind is, oh, hang on, am I still live?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, you're still fine.
Okay, because
Just a little muffled.
All right, because Skype is a little frozen for me. But anyway, when I saw the premise for this episode, and the whole thing about the Cutie Mark Crusaders helping Griffin get a Cutie Mark, the immediate thing is like they can't screw this up because we've had like the worst. I was thinking the worst possible scenario that could happen is they actually managed to get Gabby a Cutie Mark out of nowhere, and the fact that they actually gave her an honorary Cutie Mark, that at the end of the episode, was the best way to go about getting a creature, other than something of equine form, in Equestria, a purpose in life, and I'm glad they went that route instead of by magic she actually does get a Cutie Mark. Thank God they didn't do that route.
That honestly would have thrown so many theories out the window because like, wait, Griffins can't get Cutie Marks? My head canon is ruined.
Yeah, I knew for a fact that wasn't going to happen. I just had a gut feeling it wouldn't. And
I was nervous at first. I thought, are they actually going to go this route? But they didn't.
Yeah, and I'll say this: if they did go that route, I would have taken everything I said back on Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
Hmm.
Alright, so now I shall pass it off to Joey.
So, I should probably also really quickly explain, I didn't explain this at the beginning. Roundtable rules, pick one thing you liked, pass it on, and then when we go in reverse, you talk about one thing you disliked.
Roger that. Alright, the one thing I did like was what Gabby tried to do near the end. And it's like when she put on the fake Cutie Mark, I mean, I know it was kind of obvious just with her facial expressions, but that's just the reason she did. Not because she really wanted but because she wanted to give make the Crusaders feel like they weren't failures. And I thought that was sweet.
I really love that part too because I was thinking, oh, she's so selfish. She just wants to make herself feel better about herself by putting on a fake Cutie Mark, like what what Apple Bloom did in the Cutie Pox episode. No, she did it because she didn't want to feel like they failed. She was doing it out of their own benefit. That was so sweet.
Because face it, these guys went through hell and a montage to try to get her a Cutie Mark, and even though it didn't work, she still appreciated what they did, and that was sweet. I like Gabby. Gabby is cool.
Yeah.
And with that, I shall pass it off to Golden Ninja.
Wait.
Golden Ninja. Wow. I don't care. I ship it.
Golden Fox and British Ninja. It's because they're both orange, isn't it? That's a mighty fine mix of Orange Crush we have there.
No, you and Keeper should adopt Ninja. Oh my god, you totally should adopt Ninja.
What? Oh god, why?
All right.
His keys out of commission. Anyways, Golden, go ahead.
Okay, the things I like about the episode are kind of similar to what Keyframe has. before I read it, the thing I like to say is how they managed to get straightforward within its formula. And by that I mean when when Gabby showed up and she said she wanted a cutie mark, I just knew from the start, like, Griffins don't get cutie marks, do they? And just like, I just thought it was going to be one of those stories where, the CMC, like, it would turn into like somewhat of a liar or hide the truth sort of story. No, they got right on it. And it just, it's just like, it seemed like the episode was well aware of what formulas there could be. So they just like broke it, and they actually took it to different directions that were much more beneficial towards the end of the episode. I'm not going to say too much about that because I have to pick only one thing. So I am going to read what Keyframe has. I have this written down on a piece of paper here. I loved Scootaloo in this episode. Etta Valentine writes a perfect Scoots. The moment where she looks at her wings, stating how she knows how it feels it wasn't something that it was out of reach, was subtle and perfect. How she was one of the one to push the Crusaders to test the impossible is a much more realistic and clever reason for the second act, and song happening rather than the CMC leading Gabby on or being ignorant. For the things she didn't like, I'll save that for another time. So I now pass it off to the red and black Kosi British Ninja.
Okay, first off...
That's 3 times in a row, baby. I love it.
First off, don't you ever call me British Ninja again, or I will have someone draw ship art of you and British Ninja.
I don't care. I ship it.
Of course. Okay, so you ship yourself with a freaking 16-year-old from the UK. Okay! I am learning new things about Fox today. Anyway. Okay, so one thing I liked about this episode, I actually really enjoyed the song. Because it felt, finally, a song felt like it was in the right place at the right time in an episode, because some of the songs we've gotten this season have been really out of place, but this is one of the few ones that actually fits really well. I like kind of the message behind it. It's sort of reminds me of like the song from Crusaders of the Lost Mark, like we'll make our mark or whatever. It's really nice how they were able to play that. Also, the VA that they got for Gabby, she does amazing singing, I must say. Like, I was expecting her to belt out some good things, and she did. I think this really tied in well with the moral of the episode.
Keyframe wanted to throw in that for the song, it was Kathy Westluck for who originally did Spike.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, that was Kathy. What? I thought that was like the actual VA sing. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Never mind. I didn't catch that in the credit. Yeah, they did. I did not expect that. So that's just the one thing that I liked. I'll pass it off to Bliss.
Yay! Well, I liked just about every single thing everybody has said. What I really liked about the episode the most was this little moral kind of inserted in. It might be the part of the overall moral, but let me just point out the part I really liked. That it's good to try to reach for things that you may not succeed at, and that's okay. It's okay to try, and at least you'll know for sure. I find it best that, yeah, some people might believe, yeah, you're not cut out for this, you're not going to be able to do this, you're not going to succeed, but isn't it better to try just so you can find out for yourself than to just give up entirely and wonder about what if? I liked that part of the episode, and that, I mean, yeah, Gabby was so enthusiastic to get her cutie mark, and the CMC, they, like, kind of knew from the start that there's no way. But then Scootaloo steps up and says, you know, I know what it's like to try to reach for something that you may never reach for, like with her example is she may not be able to fly because of her wings are developed. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try, because you never know for sure. And so they did try. They did everything, quote unquote, within their power to help her out. And after they tried, they were honest. They didn't try to sugarcoat it and then keep trying again and repeat the same shtick. They admitted that we did everything we could, but it's just impossible. But at least you tried, and now you know. And so now you don't have to feel like a failure each time. You can just move on to something else.
Yeah.
That might be disappointing to some, but I like to think that, we're going to go through those times in life where we may not get to where we want to be, but it's better to know that for sure on your own than to ask yourself, would have been possible if I tried or didn't, So I really liked that part.
Yeah, and this just further exemplifies what I mean when it comes to how they managed to go or work around the formula and just like go straight forward on a lot of these obstacles, like you said. And I should also, like, the cherry on top, I loved the ending.
Yeah, the ending. The best part of that, like, what Gabby's talent is the fact that she loves to help others. Yeah, she might have been a little Mary Sue that she was so good at doing things, but I didn't want to look at it that she's good at everything. She's good at helping people do things.
Yeah, and that level of passion would gear yourself towards, just being being as helpful to the best of your abilities, to the point where you want to be good with other people, and that comes off as being very successful. It's not a guarantee, obviously, but in the situation regarding Gabby, there are some things that she's capable of. I mean, she has talons.
Yeah. Very capable. She's strong. Griffins are strong, apparently.
Yeah.
Was that all you had to say for your point?
Yep, I'm good. Should I do negative then?
Yeah, you're gonna start
Okay,
with
I'll
negative.
Start with negative. Okay. Really, really hard for me to point out a negative, but I think I only got a tiny one. But it ended up being funny. I was still able to chuckle at it, but it kind of made me frown a little. And that was at the very beginning with the parents of that other filly.
That was hilarious. That was the funniest part of the entire episode.
No, it was hilarious. I admit that. I was hilarious, but here's why I'm frowning at it, and that's because I put it in a real-life perspective. What if parents really did question their kids like that? Because of what they're wearing or what they're into, are they automatically going to think that their kid is into things they shouldn't?
That was hilarious, though. Just like, I'm a paleontologist. What did you think she was, a pirate? No. No, I love the delivery. The delivery of that line was what cracked me up the most.
I'm sure I'm not alone when I was thinking something else when I saw her cutie mark. I was thinking, oh god, she's a grave digger.
Oh god, no.
That's what I was thinking too, but then it came to like, oh, she's she likes to look for fossils and ancient bones. Okay.
Yeah, that was my second guess.
I want to see some dinosaurs in MLP.
I knew MLP wouldn't be that morbid.
Basically, I'm gonna go for pirate.
But it kind of made me sad to think that the parents automatically assumed the worst of their child.
Well, the worst is thinking that they're going to be a pirate? That doesn't seem too bad.
No, that's
pirates are criminals.
It could have been a lot worse than that.
Now, let's not assume that. Not all pirates, okay?
Well, I told you, it's like, it was a teeny little nitpick, but it was a hilarious one nonetheless. I could still laugh at it and not take it too seriously. But if I were to take it seriously, I will put it in the perspective of, this is what parents do when they see their kids doing something or into things that is out of the norm. Like, your son is into ponies. Do they automatically think your kid is going to be, like, some weirdo because he likes ponies? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It could have been worse.
Yeah.
They could have thought she was a serial killer.
I guess so.
But yeah, it's a minor nitpick, and again, I love this episode so much that this complaint really isn't a complaint. It's more like a nitpick, and it's not even that big of a nitpick, like a little grain of sand. So I will pass it back to Toon.
Alright, so am I the only one that found at first Gabby to be insanely annoying?
God damn it!
You already took what I had to say about it.
Oh my! You both are gonna say that. All right, no. It's.
I'll add my piece like later after you finish yours.
No, it's.
Both of you share. Come on.
No,
You go first, Zach.
Okay,
You go first, dude.
the thing about Gabby is that she's hyperactive, and I understand that hyperactive characters are fine, but she's like a Griffin Pinkie Pie, and that's okay if it's done right. But for a majority of the episode, her hyperactiveness was like grating and annoying. I'm just like, okay, we get it. You're very helpful. We understand that, but like, calm your feathers, calm your flank, calm down.
Calm that kitty cat.
No,
I give it. See, I mean, I would agree with you at the beginning. That's what I felt, because I'm one of those people who like. I mean, let's imagine Gabby were a human being and she was like a fan of us or something, and she went, "Are you the Roundtable ponies? Oh my god!" She just totally.
I would love it if that actually happened.
If some random stranger comes up and grabs and hugs you, you'd be scared.
Yeah, what also like puts more weight on how we're feeling is that this is what I assume is a fully grown griffin hugging 3 children, and it's just
The joke is we see a close up of her face and we just hear crack, crack, crack. Well, there we go. Spines are broken in half.
Wow, Toon. God, and to think I was dark. Jesus.
She's not an adult, though. I noticed. It's her eyes. She's not an adult. She's a young griffin.
No,
but
Kitty eyes.
But I can see where Toon is coming from, because almost every time she's on screen, she's like, "Ah, oh God, Cutie Mark Sanders!" Ah! all the time. And
Yeah.
afterwards, it just gets annoying.
but she got better, I'll say that. But for the most part of this, I feel like some fans are going to get annoyed with her, and that doesn't exactly seem fair, because she has potential for later on, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Again.
I'd like to think that now she's settled into the CMC, if she comes back again, she'll be a little bit more settled down. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna pass it back to Golden Ninja.
Haha, very funny. But yeah, a lot of what Toon said about Gabby, but in time, let's see, the hyperactive personality, so not you. Yeah, that's kind of true. That's also why I didn't have that good of an impression at first with Pinkie Pie. But regardless, there is a good possibility, like Pinkie Pie, that later on in the series I might grow to appreciate Gabby. Although, I think this is a little bit of a nitpick, now that I think about it. Who here was thinking about Ponyville Confidential when it came to her name?
Yeah.
Yes, Gabby Gums! Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm just like, writers, you could have pulled off a more original name, right?
Wait a second. Hold on.
Give us bad memories.
So, hang on. I've noticed a pattern here. Gilda, Greta, Gabriella. Are all Griffins just starting with the G?
Oh my god.
And better yet, if that's the case, does that make Gilda a certified G?
Shut up.
No, actually, no. Better yet, that makes Gabby a certified G, because she now has, like, one of those little badges. And you can't teach that either. Alright, I'm just gonna shut up with the wrestling puns. Continue, Fox. That was cringily added in there. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, Fox.
Yeah, there's one more thing I'd like to say about Gabby, and that is she kind of reminded me of one of those crazy fan sort of people who would just like who just completely latch onto you and never leave you alone. I've had those type of people. I'm not gonna name drop or anything like that, but oh god, it can get over the top.
We've all had our fair share. No, I was just saying we've all had our fair share of Gabbies.
Yeah, the weird thing is that when Keyframe and I were watching it, she said that Gabby reminded more of her, and I can get behind that. I'm not gonna make those type of comparisons. I love Keyframe a lot.
No, it was funny when me and Sketchy were watching the episode. Sketchy was just like, "Dude, that's just like Keyframe," and I'm like, "Really? Oh yeah, kinda. I can see that."
Keyframe is best Griffin.
The difference is that Keyframe was so amusing when I first met her, whereas the lean fan person is just, oh, any thoughts on this? Or can you tell me things about that? Can I talk to you about this? Oh, can I get in a call with you? Can I join TF2 and Analysis Anarchy? Shut up. All right, I better shut up at this point. So, pass it off back to Jasper.
Wait. Did you say key stings?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I completely. All right.
Key, just slap him on the arm for that one.
Okay.
I heard that too.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's child abuse.
Domestic
All right.
abuse.
All right. I dislike the fact that this was the first good CMC episode this season, actually focusing on them fulfilling their purpose. They show how they shaved.
How they shaved?
Oh, how they have helped ponies like Tender Taps. Yeah, he was a thing, wasn't he? Bulk and Sax Pony, who wasn't even in an episode in Caps Lock. They spent the first 5 minutes showing how how famous the CMC are. Where was that before? The first CMC episode this season was about how rare Cutie Mark problems were. It just feels out of place. You're yet another reason why On Your Marks can be forgotten. It's less of a criticism on the episode, but the CMC this season in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny,
I agree
actually? It's funny, actually, that saxophone pony, was he there for anything other than just a joke? Because I know so many people started putting up the epic sax pony thing.
Also showing a very, very weird angle when he's, like, raising his head.
Yeah. Anyways,
Jasper, your turn.
Danke. So since these two already stole the thing that bothered me the most, I'll have to go with the second thing that bothered me the most. Also, this is kind of weird. Was what happened with the whole production thing? Because apparently this wasn't even this was originally supposed to air in the first half of season 6, and for some reason it was moved to the second half.
Oh yeah, and then it was leaked over in Poland, and everybody jumped up and down over it.
Ugh.
Because everybody's willing to crave for them ponies. Gotta have them.
You see, here's this thing, peoples. Wait for it to come on TV at least, or at the very least, watch it while it's on TV as well. It needs the ratings!
Yeah, I have a feeling that ratings for this episode are not going to be as strong because of the leak. I don't think leaks are a good idea. I don't know why people think it's a good idea to leak. Yeah, some people just have to be patient.
Or at the very least, if they're gonna cave and watch the leaks, which I am guilty of with the Steven Universe thing, at least also watch the episode when it airs on TV. Because isn't it good enough not to see twice? Once on the internet, once live?
If it's a bad episode, then no.
Yeah. Just like the Carts episode.
Oh yeah, if it's a bad episode, then keep the TV on and nonchalantly walk out of the room and make yourself some pancakes.
I could go for some pancakes right now.
God, I haven't had pancakes in a while.
What were we talking about again?
I don't know, something about griffins and chicken and stuff. Anyway,
we both can't because I don't have the money to get some more pancakes.
Alright, guys, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go donate to Keyframe and Golden Fox. Actually, you know what? You can donate through here. And whatever money is donated through here, I'm gonna pass off to Fox and Key so they can get pancakes. So
You know what? I'll put it this way. Key, whenever you feel better from your strep throat, I don't know how long, but whenever it is, IHOP!
Hashtag get Golden Key pancakes. Go ahead and donate if you would like to do that.
I like the Tutti Frutti Fresh and Fruity!
Any money that's donated will go right to them.
Anyways, going back on track, I pass it off back to Voice.
Crap.
Did we all take your points?
No. Like, you actually took none of my points because I can't think of a thing I hated.
Really? You always have something you disliked.
I can say that, I don't know, the song, I was indifferent towards the song, but overall I love this episode. Like, I can't really think of anything I hated. I love Gabby. I love, like, actually, I will say this: the first time I saw Gabby like glomp the Key Crusaders, like, oh my god, there's a pinky version of Griffins.
Right?
She's not the one with our spines broke.
But no, I can't think of anything I hated.
Mm.
But I thoroughly enjoyed this one.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Captain Butter just donated $2.
Oh my god.
That's not enough to buy pancakes, man. We're talking at least $20, $30 here.
It's not enough to buy half a pancake.
It's not even enough to buy the little syrup thingy.
It's not enough for all you can eat pancakes at IHOP.
Oh, jeez. But yes, I think that brings us to the end of this episode. So, thank you all for turning out for this. Our next episode...
How would you rank it?
What? Oh, yes.
Rank it.
Oh, that's right. We ranked this. Do we have the rankings?
I do, but unfortunately I can't give it to you because, Skype's being a butt.
Hang on. I'm gonna scroll through. We must save the day.
I have a lot of catching up to do with the list. Oh god, the rankings.
We all have. Well, I think a lot of us do. Oh wait, I found it. There it is. Doop, bip, bip. So where am I gonna put this episode? I think I'll put this episode, if the thing will load. I think I'll put it at... That actually might work. I think I'll put it at a 7. It's a solid 7 from me.
I've ranked it at number 3.
That high, wow.
I'm gonna put
I'm
it pretty
thinking
high
somewhere
myself.
around the top 5 so far, or somewhere whereabouts the top 10.
Top 10 for me.
Yeah, like I can just know from the back of my mind I'm gonna really like this episode the more I think about it.
British Ninja donated $1. Hey, $3 can get me a butter packet.
Wow.
Things are looking up. Already.
$4 will get me the freaking pancake mix.
$5 will get you a waffle iron so you can make your own pancake.
Wait.
Yeah, except you also have to get the cake batter and everything.
And that's $6. Oh, jeez. But, yeah. Thank you all for coming out to this little thingy, little hangout. If you'd like to be notified whenever these roundtables go on, they're done every Sunday at 5 p.m., and you can hit that watch button below to be notified whenever any of this happens. I do streams on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Next Sunday is the Viva Las Pegasus episode. I am excited for this episode, and we have a very special guest, but we can't say, because now that I've seen that guests can no-show, I'm going to keep this one under wraps until we officially get this person. Yeah, it's gonna be on. But I will say this. She's not a reviewer, but she is pretty well known. That's all you're gonna... It's all the things you're gonna get a hint for. With that being said, thank you guys for turning out for this. We will see you Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central for when I continue more Kirby. And, yeah. Thank you all for stopping by. And we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace!